When I woke up this morning, I didn't think that I would be going to war with a new enemy. But just like the samurai, you don't choose your enemies, okay? And that's right, I have a new one. Fletcher Dragg of the band Pennywise, the guitar player, you know, the guy that's like 100 foot tall and really, really intimidating? Well, he is coming after me, okay? This 5'8", 120-pound little boy in Canada, he hates me and he's coming hard. That's right, I got evidence of Fletcher coming hard today on the program. He wants to have my head and put it up on a spike, but I'm not gonna let that happen. I have years of training, okay? Jiu-jitsu, ninjutsu, karate, you name it, okay? I got all the disciplines underneath my belt, and all those belts I have are of all the colors. I've excelled in every single discipline that there is. And Fletcher, you might be 100 feet taller than me, but you are no match for me here on my domain. And I might have put out a video kind of criticizing the Punk Rock Museum, and I think that might have struck a nerve with our boy Fletcher. Hey ladies, how's it going? It's your friendly neighborhood gatekeeper, Dan Frampton here, and I'm going to explain what the hell I'm talking about here, because on that last video that I was talking about, Fletcher left this wall of text for me to read, and I couldn't believe it. Like, why are these guys responding to me? This video has like 1,000 views. I am a drop in the bucket. There is no influence coming out of my mouth into the actual world, and yet one of the most influential punk bands has a guitar player who is just as iconic as the band that he comes from is coming after me. I grew up listening to these guys. I traveled across the country to watch them, Pennywise, among other bands at like this Warped Tour thing that used to happen way back in the day, and here he is all upset at me, okay? And I might have made a couple comments, a couple predictions that didn't really sit well with old Fletcher over here. So let's go through this thing line by line, because it is hot off the presses. We're here 33 minutes after that he left this, okay? And I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was like, Fletcher is coming after me. Legendary guitar player from the iconic punk rock band Pennywise is coming after Dan Frampton, lowly 6,000 subscriber YouTuber. I couldn't even believe it. But here it is. Let's dive into it. He starts off real hot. Hi, Mr. I Know Everything. You know what, Fletcher? I might actually add that to my intro. Like, hey ladies, how's it going? It's Mr. I Know Everything, Dan Frampton here, and we're gonna spit roast Fletcher today. Then he goes on, good job, double exclamation points. He's really heavy-handed on these exclamation points. We have been building this thing for like 1.5 years, ... Yeah, a year and a half is like pretty standard for this kind of operation. And then going out and trying to source everything, I can't believe it's taken only 1.5 years. You know, this is the kind of undertaking that you would expect to be 3 to 5 years, but you got a lot of hands on deck, I noticed, but I don't know if all those hands are the correct hands, Fletcher. But apparently you go on. You got architects, you got contractors, you got lawyers, museum design consultants, art director, curator, artifacts team, publicist, 24-hour security, insurance, bar management, retail management. Yes, that's like a huge undertaking. That is massive. How are you doing that? I don't know how you're expecting to do that at this scale in like a year and a half. That is crazy talk to me. Like, it's a year and a half for every aspect of this thing. Your retail stuff, your museum stuff, your artifact curation, your bar, your jam space. These are like 10 different businesses all operating under one roof. I have no idea why you're coming at me like this, Fletcher, because like I said in the video, I'm supportive of this thing, and I think that it's actually sick and something that actually belongs in this world, and I'm so hyped that there's plans for it to exist. And all my criticisms and jokes were pretty light, and instead of leaving this wall of text which reads like nothing but a huge cope, all you gotta do is prove me wrong. Operate the business for more than 2 years, which isn't a huge window, and I'm an idiot. I get to eat my feet, okay? Okay, we're only like 3 lines into this thing. He keeps on going. This retail management person is apparently coming from a job where she managed Meow Wolf. Is that supposed to mean something to me? Am I supposed to care? Is that supposed to impress my pants off? Well, consider my pants firmly still on. It's a huge Vegas attraction. Oh, apparently. Well, I'm not familiar with the scumfuck alleys of Vegas, okay? Why would I be? I have no attraction to that. The Punk Rock Museum would be the only reason why I would ever go there. And you're not making a really compelling case over here, Fletcher. All permits pulled, hundreds of inspections completed, hundreds. Okay, you're exaggerating. You're coping so hard. Holy goddamn, Fletcher. Tons of hurdles to overcome, and even with all these professionals in place, there will always be bumps in the road. Yes, of course. No one said that there wasn't going to be. This is a huge undertaking, which I keep saying over and over again. I keep big-upping this thing. This is a very ambitious project, and I'm very, very transparent in my feelings about that. So I don't know what points you're proving. You're arguing against the wall. Mike has an insanely talented crew of professionals handling and advising on all topics. Oh, I'm sure he does. I don't feel like I'm privy to these kinds of conversations. Why are you opening the back room to a guy who's just a piece of shit who's just talking nonsense on the internet? I'm not on a first name basis with Mike. I can't just call him Mike like you can here. I call him Mr. Fat Michael with respect and prestige. Shit happens. We are opening 4 businesses at the same time. Chill the fuck out. That is so ironic. I am the one being chill. I'm just making light jokes, light criticisms, making a little YouTube video. Pretty par for the course for what I do here on the channel. I have 1,000 videos. This place is gonna be insane. All departments will be individually managed by overqualified individuals. Overqualified? What are you doing? You're going out there getting like military vets to come in? People that were like leading ships into war? What do you mean overqualified individuals? Bringing in a couple doctors? Here is a piece of advice. You hire qualified individuals. Overqualified is a negative. This is long overdue and something that punk fans throughout the world can look forward to. Yes, I made that very same point 100 times, Fletcher. What video did you watch? And I might seem like I'm getting a little bit exasperated right now, because I am. This is an exhausting comment to read. My prediction is that it will be successful and it will survive. I'm sure it will. I hope it does. All you gotta do is run this successfully for a couple years, and hey, I'm eating crow for the rest of my life, right? I also predict you might have a terrible fishing accident in the near future. What? I got real dark really quick. What do you mean? Are you threatening me? Is this a mob hit? What are you doing right now? Okay, well, I think I'm going to be avoiding any fishing I'm going to be going on, because you heard down the grapevine that there's going to be an accident. That seems like a little bit of a threat. And then you go on to say, Fletcher, looking forward to meeting you in person someday soon. I'm a little guy. If you beat me up, Fletcher, it makes you look like the pussy. Kind of like this comment does. Can't wait to shake your hand. See you soon. Do you think you're being clever, a little bit cheeky, throwing some intimidation my way? Well, guess what, Mr. Fletcher? I'm not intimidated. And if we were in the same room, nothing would happen, because I'm not like this in real life. This is the internet and I'm joking. What is wrong with you? Do you not have the capacity to watch content? Maybe you're too old for this shit, man. Maybe you're well past the point where you understand and can comprehend the stuff that's happening in front of you. And I'm not gonna come out here and say I was nothing but positive. I did have a couple negative critiques, but I have the right to critique things, and I don't think I was that harsh. Golly, I must have struck that nerve so hard because you went off, Fletcher. I've never left a comment like this on any video ever, no matter how much it's pissed me off. And guess what? I've never been pissed off by a video, because if I get to a point where I'm not enjoying a thing, or a thing is completely wrong, or I feel like it's completely off base, I just dip out of there. So now it's official. The list of enemies keeps growing. I'm not choosing this, okay? I took Billy Joe Armstrong off the list of enemies because I know he doesn't really deserve it. Sure, he was in a really bad movie and he made a whole lot of really bad creative decisions. That's not enough reason to be an enemy of mine. An enemy of mine leaves comments like this on my videos. So Fletcher, make your own video. Open up Instagram and make a response video like a true internet person. Prove to me that I'm wrong. Prove to me you know how to engage with content on the internet. There's plenty to roast me on too. This doesn't have to be a one-sided thing. But if you come out here just coping and seething and molding and whining so hard, you're just opening yourself up to even more criticism, which apparently you cannot handle. Put the phone down, take a step back, maybe go to the beach, take a few breaths, smoke a joint, and get back to me. Because just like you said here in the 500th line of your little comment here, I think you need to chill the fuck out. And I look forward to your response video. Okay, see you later.